So let me just say this, since I said that. I want to take the time to apologize to Carmelo Anthony's family. Man, I was all the way wrong about that kid. I was all the way wrong about that kid, homie.
Yeah, he was just indicted.
I was all the way wrong about that kid. I met with his father. I've been meeting with his father regularly. And I had opportunity to talk, piece him up. He go beat these charges. I was under the impression that he brought a knife to school. So I'm take a knife to school, fuck him. He didn't take a knife to school. He didn't even know these two white boys. These two white boys just came over there with him because he was with another kid that knew those white boys. So he a new black kid who these big old white boys, big white boys. He a small frame kid. One of the white boys was on that side, one of the white boys on that side. So either way go, they had it blocked in. And these some big white boys. These are some big, violent, aggressive white boys who got guns. And not only that, the one he killed whooped their daddy. See, the daddy coming into the picture playing like he been around. The daddy ain't been around. We would think the black dad ain't around. The white dad ain't around. The mother don't even identify the daddy as the husband. So he must have been an abusive father. He ain't even been in their life. So he just coming and getting the light. He just coming and getting the light. So he a low down dirty cracker. His sons are bullies. They bullying on the kid they no, cause he black. Get from up under the tent. Man, y'all tripping. I ain't going nowhere. And they got a reputation of beating up people. The one he had to stab, he broke his daddy's ligaments. Big old strong cracker. He should have killed both of them. He should have killed both them Peckerwoods. With a that's minding his motherfucking business, that don't bring harm to nobody. This kid ain't a bad kid. These bully white boys just with the black baby. So now they trying to make it about race. No, it ain't about race. Justice was served when he killed that cracker. Self-defense. And the reason I say that is, anybody can go see the video. Why do you think the media outlets ain't promoting to go see this video?
Yeah, we was under the impression that Carmelo Anthony walked into this particular tent and he ain't had no business being there. Now, the kid that he was seeing, Eddie Pereira, was trying to deny the fact that him and Carmelo Anthony were friends, but Carmelo Anthony was seen in his house playing the guitar. Carmelo Anthony and him were at different functions together, hanging out, which is interesting because he was already there inside the tent talking to Eddie Pereira, when 2 minutes later, the Metcalf brothers and two other guys, so four of them came inside the tent. What people are not saying is it was more than one, and this can just be speculation, but it's over a girl on why Carmelo Anthony was being approached, right? But they're not saying this within these court filings, but I'm gonna allow Charleston White to talk a little bit more.
You can go up to the school to see it. And if you go up to the school to see it, we all to see this kid will be found not guilty. But because it's in an all-white town in Crackerville, and they done made it about race, whoever Sarah Fields is, Sarah Fields, you a rotten motherfucker. And if I just had some time, I would put an army behind this family, but I ain't got time. It's supposed to be an army because Sarah Fields and the father and somebody who works for the court have been releasing Carmelo Anthony's family information to Sarah Fields. She's been putting it online, and the white folk been going, so they've been having to move. All those lies made up, homie, they can't even get the GoFundMe money. So they hadn't even got, they can't even touch the Go. So they just trying to smear campaign, but that's what the cracker do. Boy, I wish I can go back to when I was saying the type of shit. Boy, I wish they could have caught me 3 years ago when I was really on my let's go against the cracker shit. But homie, I wish I ain't got that spirit no more. So I'm saying, why black people ain't rallying around this family as they tried to rally around in the beginning? They are threatening this family. Homie, they keep having to move.
But how do you don't just lose the spirit, bro? It's either you got it or you don't.
No, you do lose it. You do lose it.
So you sold out.
Yeah, man. Mainstream white media, I call it MAGA media, bro, because they was reporting so many lies on Carmelo Anthony like they do black folks, bro. These people don't honestly report on black issues and put black people in the media at a highlight. Think about Charlie Kirk. Before he made his goddamn demise, he talking about black gang violence and shooting and shit, and the white boy go take his goddamn life. You feel me? They definitely don't accurately depict our truth in the media when it comes to white folks. Depending on, it don't matter if they're a Democrat or a goddamn liberal. You know what I'm saying? I mean, a Democrat or a Republican. They all gonna lie on us. Like that. It's been prevalent for a very long time.
No. You lose it. Everybody loses it. Malcolm lost it, homie. When Elijah,
like what you told me a year ago, you said that losing touch with reality.
You lose the spirit, homie. You lose once you lose the spirit of the things you once loved. Football players, artists. Dave Chappelle lost the spirit. Went to Africa, man, fuck that. You lose the spirit because you fight for a group of people that you shouldn't really be fighting for. Who want to make the sacrifice for black people? After you done seen what done happened, after you make the sacrifice. You done lost King. My nigga, look at us. Who want to make the sacrifice trying to save these people? Nobody, homie. Because you have to fight these people to try to help these people. So they're going to put out your spirit. If you're not going to God daily, and I ain't going to, once I got money, I'm going to be with a hoe. God. I catch God on the deathbed. Right now, live and breathing in a vibrant, thumping hip game, I'm with hoes, God. Get to God in the back end of life like everybody else. But nigga, don't nobody want to have to be committed and dedicated to a cause that seems hopeless. Every day, this seems hopeless. You don't think you lose hope? Like kids who grew up in conditions that don't change? You don't think you're going to lose hope on it? You fighting every day? Yeah, you lose the spirit. And you find something else to do with a new spirit where you can enjoy life.
How'd you meet his dad?
Huh?
You met his real dad?
I met his real
Carmelo
dad.
Anthony.
Because the thing,
That's some real sentiment though, man. We'll be fighting this long fight, and it's an uphill battle trying to regain our image and name. They want to paint us as always these criminals and want to paint our women over sexualized and our children just as dumb, illiterate thugs. But when you go look at the numbers, we are, for majority, the complete opposite of that. I had asked somebody, well, what percentage of black people you think has been to jail? Motherfucker said 50%. And it's less than 6 or 7%. Like we have a much better image than what these people that are non-black promote. And then when we get in media like myself, we start reporting on these goddamn images now. That's why if you go right now on my YouTube community post, you're going to see the behavior of how white people act in this goddamn country that does not get reported. But somehow we the poster child for everything that's bad, and they never want to represent us in a way that show us being upstanding citizens that pay our taxes, that work hard, that, you know what I'm saying, that are family oriented. Yeah, the marriage percentages aren't as high as we would want them to be, but that don't mean we still aren't operating as a family, bro.
Things I said about his son.
They reached out?
Yeah, he agreed with it. If his son was innocent, if his son was guilty. He said he got other kids. And homie, he done worked hard to get to where he at. He not fit to put this kind of time and attention beside a son who wrong. I looked the father in the eye when he said that. Homie, why would you come meet with me? All the things I'm advocating for your son to go to jail for a long time. I'm with that family. The spirit I heard in him, I brought him to my home. I gave him my address. Don't know what I'm doing. The wrong. I don't want to be wrong and act like I'm right. Did your son take that knife to school? Nah, Mr. Charleston. It's a grown man, homie. He said, man, I done the research on you. I looked into what you do. If my son get out of this, man, I want my son to work with your youth campaign. But man, my son didn't do this. I got other kids to raise. I'm not for to put, and he really done it. He said he didn't do it, man. It's more things that I can't say. Just go clear this kid. But just the video alone, homie. I said that's why the media outlet.
That's another thing. He didn't bring a knife. In court, they showed a picture, right? They showed a picture of a multi-purpose blade. I'm gonna show you a picture here. Now, they showed it where it only showed the blade and the handle. So you won't be able to see all the other little tools that are folded inside the handle. So it looked like he just took a knife to this sporting event, which wasn't at a school, which is not illegal for him to have because it was under 5 inches. He took this utility knife with him. You know what I'm saying? Now the prosecution and the media is trying to frame it as if he took just a knife alone. You know what I'm saying? He just took a knife to that event and he had the intent to go kill somebody. That's what they're trying to say, which is completely fabricated.
Ain't saying nothing about the video. That's why all the media outlets is trying to keep us focused on the campaign, on the GoFundMe, and these people can't even touch the GoFundMe. The lawyers is overcharging him because they looking at the GoFundMe numbers. So everybody is praying on his family. Ain't nobody praying with the family. Shout out to Dr. Umar Johnson. Dr. Umar Johnson spoke with the father and gave them comfort. Shout out to Dr. Umar. I spoke with the dad today. His dad want me to come see the video. I gotta go see it. They don't want you to. So the father and this Sarah Fields white lady, they some racist Peckerwoods. These are kind of Peckerwoods. I say this would make me feel good by standing over a white man and watch him die. See, I got something nobody has what it feel like to watch a white man die. That's in my heart and that's in my mind. And whenever I get mad at white people, nigga, I go in that heart and that mind and I pull my victim's face up when he was dying and how we laughed at that white man. We thought it was funny. I felt like I had done something good. We killed the white man. All that felt good, man. When you don't know no better. When you don't know no better. As you get older and you start to develop your mind and your heart starts to change, you start having remorse. And boy, that face starts to be a nightmare when you see it. When you get mad, it don't. And when white people make me mad, that's my comfort. They can put me in jail and they comfort myself with the fact I know what a white boy look like to die. So that as Sarah Field and that Carmelo Anthony father, he should have killed both your sons.
This is the sentiment that they think black folks hold towards them. When really we don't give a damn about what white folks do at all. We don't involve ourselves with y'all endeavors or within y'all communities unless y'all are affecting ours or trying to disenfranchise us. If you go on these white blogs, pages, and media, just think about their controversial takes will always be about something black. They don't have any talent. You know what I'm saying? And it's almost like it's taboo or you can't say it. So they get a lot of viewership from their white audience where it pushes them through algorithms. This is how Charlie Kirk came up. And then you got the Laura Loomas and you got anybody that says something about black folks are getting this notoriety, the Chud the Builders and shit. They believe we are as hateful as them and we not. But if we was, shit would get done. And I'm not encouraging you to be as hateful as them because we actually have goddamn souls and I'm going to keep saying it. I don't encourage you to be like your goddamn nemesis. And it's only for the people that want to see our demise that isn't our skin color. Because there's a lot of white folks that are genuine allies of black people. And I'm not talking about the goddamn liberal where you ask them to hop on one knee to prove that you're not racist. I ain't talking about that weird shit. I'm talking about somebody that is thorough. They gonna stand on their beliefs as white people, but also they gonna treat us like decent fucking human beings. See, the Republican Party, they gonna accept you because you have the same ideology and you're shunning your community and you bootlicking and tap dancing for theirs. They like that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in agreement with the left nor the right in how they approach black issues and how they accept us. Never.
He should have stabbed that other motherfucker too, but he ain't no killer. He ain't got that in him. He did it out of fear.
Yeah, that's a big thing on social media. This is gonna be as big as I'm probably
the OJ trial.
Yeah, Zimmerman.
Let's go to war. Let's have some that's willing to go wherever we go and punch on white folks. Let's see if they really hateful. Let's see if we really hateful. Let's have a riot. Let's have a race riot. If we really if we that imperative about a kid's dispute. It ain't the kids that's saying we hate it's the adults. It ain't the kids online taking sides. You know why? Because the kids know that white boy is wrong. And their parents is telling him to be quiet.
Yep.
Because white people cover up one another's wrongs. Black people don't.
Yeah, I even feel the animosity. Like when that happened, I had took my daughter to the park. I was feeling the animosity with other white parents.
Well, that's why when I go around white people, you know what I do? I take my drawers off and show the white boy I got a big dick and be grabbing that print around his women and his kids. You hear me? Be letting that dick dangle, letting that head bounce like that. Yeah, that's how I bring a big dick around white boy. That's why they used to hang the. That's why white folks hated black men, because his dick was big. His athletic skills and physical abilities superseded his like a god. But he used to watch that woman's eye when he say, I want that nigga. And look over there at Miss Sally, and Miss Sally got a gleam in her eye looking at that nigga lounge this white, them old ladies white. Man, you hear me? So that's what that white boy mad at us about. He'll damn near kill us going to go get that law. Get that? Listen, the white man is so obsessed with a black man's dick, he made his missiles to look like one. All his torpedoes and missiles he bombed the world with come from this structure right there. And if you think I'm bullshitting, that's why every nigga hung, they would castrate him. Every nigga they hung, they pull his pants down, cut his dick off. Every nigga. So I'm trying to put in his mouth. Because that's his disdain for us.
Man, we black folks, we do not have that history of genocide and the atrocities committed on, you know what I'm saying, this planet to other human beings, bro. Now you have your outliers in history, but just as a culture, you know what I'm saying, of a people, we haven't done shit like that, bro. But they try to make us out to be what they is. You know what I'm saying? There's like, let's not make it about race. That's because they're making it about race. You know what I'm saying? It's like whatever a white person tell you that was in a negative light and field, think the complete opposite, and it'll show you who they is. If they say don't make it about race, that's what they doing. If they say they not racist, let's all come together and get along, best to believe they don't want that shit. You know what I'm saying?
He know what it do to his woman and his daughter, and he hate us for it. And we ain't all of them. He know every man, so that's why they acting like that. And this was a good kid, homie. This is the kid we should lay our life down for. This Carmelo Anthony kid, nigga, I can say when I'm wrong, I was wrong. This is the kid where at least 50 black men should be willing to die, kill, or go to jail behind, and I'll sign up with us.
So are you pro-black?
I ain't pro-nothing. I'm pro-right. I'm pro-nothing.
Because sometimes you stand with black people, and then
I don't stand with black people. I stand with black people who think like me. I don't stand with black people. Black people don't stand with nobody. They celebrate Cinco de Mayo. I'm gonna stand with them for, nigga. They celebrate Valentine's Day, Irish Day. Go drink with the Irish people. I don't stand with nothing but for what's right. And I'm saying white people is wrong in this instance. You hardly have white. I'm saying white people is wrong. So is black people, but white people is mostly wrong because they really know the truth. They really know the truth, homie.
Hey man, when it has nuance within these things, bro, I'm standing with black folks, regardless. If it's clear, cut, and dry, like that man, that black man on the train that took the life of that Ukrainian girl, yeah, nigga, you going to jail. You should be beneath the jail in a grave because that girl didn't do a goddamn thing to you. But now when you have these nuances within this Carmelo Anthony and Austin Metcalf thing, and I feel like it was a form of self-defense, even though I feel like it was excessive, nigga, I'm black 1,000%. Like 1,000%. It's the nuances in it. Now, if you dead wrong, you dead wrong. But I don't believe Carmelo Anthony was dead wrong. I think he was wrong a little bit, but I think he felt like he feared for his goddamn life. Isn't that the excuse they use on us? Isn't it?